Okay, so here we have a question that reads, Bob has a rectangular plot of land. He has a cow tied to a 20-meter chain that is anchored at corner A and wants to anchor another chain at corner C for a second cow. He wants to keep a space of 5 meters between the chains so that the cows cannot meet. At most, how many meters can the second chain be? Okay, so let's try to understand this question. We've got Bob that has a plot of land, corners A, B, C, and D. Okay, and he's got one cow that has been tied to corner A right here. And the distance between corner A and where the first cow is standing is 20 meters. So it is about here. So let's draw that cow right here. Okay, and then he has another cow that is tied to corner C, and the distance between the first cow and the second cow is 5 meters. So therefore, it must be about here. Let's draw that second cow right there. Okay, so what we're interested in finding is the distance that the cow has to be in order for there to be a 5-meter distance between the two of them. So we're interested in finding the area from here to here, and let's define that as a variable x. So we're interested in finding that distance x here. Okay, so the easiest way to approach this question is to recognize that it is a Pythagoras theorem question. So we do have a triangle right here. So triangle from corners A, D, and C. So let's redraw that to simplify the question. Okay, so let's draw side A to D right here, and then side D to C, which is right here, and then we will draw out the hypotenuse, which is A to C right here. Okay, so instead of talking about corners, let's now define our sides. So let's define side A, so side A being from corner A to corner D. Let's call that A, little a. And let's define sides that spans from corner D to corner C as little b. And then our hypotenuse we will call C. So that is the side that spans from corner A to corner C right here. Okay, so we know that side little a is a distance of 30 meters. So this area right here is 30 meters. What we also know from, or can infer from the question is what the distance of side B is. Now, the question doesn't directly tell us what the distance between D and C is, but we do know that side A to B is 40 meters. This is a rectangular plot of land, as the question states. Therefore, we know that A to B must be parallel to side DC. And if these two are parallel, and given that this is a rectangular plot of land, we must, side DC must be 40 meters. And therefore, side B is 40 meters. So this makes things a little bit easier. All that we have to do now is find out what the distance between for side C is. And from that we can later on infer what the distance x is. So let's start here with Pythagoras theorem, which states that side A squared plus side B squared must equal side C squared. Okay, so let's rewrite that with the actual distance. We know that A is equal to 30, so therefore 30 squared plus B squared, B being 40, so 40 squared equals C squared. We don't know what C is, that's what we're trying to figure out. So let's find out what that is. We'll rewrite the question. So 30 squared is simply 900, and 40 squared is simply 1600. So 900 plus 1600 must equal C squared. And if we rewrite that down here, if we actually add 900 plus 1600, that is equal to 2500. So let's rewrite that question. So 2500 is equal to C squared. Okay, but we're not interested in C squared. We're interested in finding out what the distance C is. So in order to isolate C, we have to get rid of that 2. I should draw a better 2. Okay, so we need to get rid of that 2 in order to, which is squaring the C, in order to isolate C. Since it is squaring, that is the operator here, we have to take the square root of the right-hand side in order to get rid of that. Okay, so we're taking the square root of the right-hand side, C squared, and what we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So we also have to take the square root of the left-hand side. Okay, so the square root of 25 is 50. So this is just 50 is equal to now C, because the square root has taken care of the square sign here. So now we know that C is equal to 50. We're a few steps ahead, but we're not there yet because we're not interested in C. We're actually interested in finding out X, the distance of the second cow from corner C. So here in the diagram, we've already defined the areas that comprise side C, it being the 20 here, plus the 5 meter distance between the 2 cows, and distance X, which is what we're actually trying to find out. So let's redefine that down here in our equation. So C is equal to 20 plus 5 plus X. All that I've done again is define this side here, side A to C, so side C, which is from corners A to C, corner C,